So this is my alter ego, Ashley McPetty, and she is about to do a deep dive into men's spaces to see what they're talking about. So obviously she's looking like a normal person. She has her cup of coffee and she's about to go ahead and go undercover. I went into the Purple Pill Debate subreddit, and the first three things that I see, as you can see, is all about sex. The top two are about paying for it. So these men are asking, why do y'all have an issue with men paying for sex? In these first two, I did jump into the comments and say, go ahead and pay for it and stop acting like you want to date someone and buy a $25 meal and expect some sex. So just go to a pro. I do not judge you any differently. Please do it and leave women alone who are interested in dating. Just make it clear. That way, the person that is, the buyer and seller know and understand the parameters of the transaction. That is what I said in the first two. Then this is the third one. Why do so many women say their low sex drive in marriage was due to lack of emotional attunement and burden of household chores, yet immediately start enjoying casual sex after divorce with men they share no emotional connection with or household chores with? Like when that's a completely loaded question, or several questions or whatnot. But I always find it to be hilarious when they ask a question and basically tell you the answer. They're not really interested in what women have to say on these topics. So this person says, we already know the answer and we've been screaming on top of our lungs that the real answer why women say they need a perfect emotional connection with the husband, want their husbands to be perfectly attuned to their emotional needs and do all the household chores on time and want all the stressors of life at bay in order to want to have sex with them is simply because they are not that physically attracted to their husbands. Oh my goodness. No woman is saying all of this, but this is what this man is saying. Their husbands are not their physical types. They're not the men they would choose for casual hookups, one night stands, and friends with benefits. And because of that, they blame hygiene factors, he put that in quotes, in marriage when the real intrinsic motivation to have sex is not there. I love when men tell women what they want. Like, he asks a question, but then he tells the women what the real issue is. And right after divorce, these women start having casual sex to no end with good looking, hot, fit, younger men who absolutely bring no additional value to their lives and perform absolutely no household chore for them. Because these men are effing hot and young, women can start viewing sex as a purely physical need / release and a shallow recreational activity meant to release stress rather than something effing requires everything else in life to be perfect. There are so many articles being written on this. The red pill about a significant number of women sexually settling into marriage get proven again and again, yet there's no acknowledgement from women. I clicked into these links. They're all like essays, like personal essays from like 4 different, none of this is like actual research or anything. And then he says, can you finally admit how weak excuses like household chores sound when used to explain a woman's lack of sex drive in marriage? Can you finally admit how dishonest the advice to men is that doing more chores and being extra emotionally attuned will somehow rekindle her desire when the real issue is often that she's simply not physically attracted to him? This dude really assumed a whole lot about divorced women and women in marriages, but I just wanted to share that with y'all. Those first three to me say that these dudes are not getting any play. They're not getting any peaches. And this one says they're not even getting women to sniff their way for a date, not even getting women to like look at them. So let's look at this one. So you can see that this is a red pill man that made this post. How exactly is the average basic Bob supposed to choose better in terms of marriage? For average basic Bob, he is under 30, middle class, college experienced, and from the suburbs. He is of average weight and height compared to men of similar background. He has an average salary and car. He is average compared to similar aged income men. The U.S. has many overweight people. The above 30s and poor demographics skew obesity numbers. What acceptable ways should Basic Bob or the average man use to properly evaluate a woman for marriage? The modern average man barely has experience with women in terms of romance. What strategy can Basic Bob use and not be shamed? If Bob asks for maybe this is, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Maybe that's body count. Is that the body count? Yeah. If Bob asks for the body count, he will not get the real answer. If Bob wants a paternity test, the relationship is over. If Bob wants a prenup, the relationship is probably over. If Bob takes her on a coffee date, wants to split the bill, he may be considered cheap. He also risks being ghosted. If Bob wants to check the messages with the work husband or male friend, it's over. There's no long-term relevant T app for men, relevant in terms of number of users, long-term meaning not taken down soon after. Bob lacks the experience to know if she's baiting him with small samplings of intimacy, only to switch up after marriage. What are the acceptable ways the average man can figure out whether he is the safe or backup man, the starter husband, chore monkey, ATM, or the man who elicits raw, primitive attraction? The main point is vetting for info. What Basic Bob does with it is up to him. This Basic Bob sounds mostly like a red pill incel dude, because red pill people are the ones asking for body count. Red pill people are the ones demanding a paternity test. And I don't even know how Basic Bob is asking for a paternity test and a prenup. And it doesn't even sound like Basic Bob knows how to date, talking about this coffee date and splitting the bills. And why is Basic Bob checking people's messages? Is Basic Bob also just controlling, talking about baiting and switching in intimacy? And I don't even think Basic Bob has a date. I don't think Basic Bob has a girlfriend. So I don't even know why he's asking all of this. And so that's what all of the women were saying. Like, Basic Bob sounds like he needs to treat women with some respect and stop asking about body count. Like, these people are going to remain lonely, and that's the reason why they continue to say these same things over and over. This is red pill stuff. It's just repackaged and Basic Bob's name is in it. So this isn't a male space, but this is a man speaking. One Omizi says, I asked a chick to meet me at Starbucks for a casual meet, and she told me she doesn't drink coffee, but met me later that evening at a rooftop for an espresso martini and tacos. Aesthetically, Starbucks wasn't her vibe because it doesn't perpetuate the narrative for her lifestyle. Go figure. I blocked her the next day. This dude is single. I went to his page. It says that he's single, but he got a date. And like, he still spent money on the date. And instead of just enjoying the date and being okay with the fact that she doesn't want to do a coffee date, he blocks her and then makes a post about it as if this is an aha. Like, I still paid for her food and then I blocked her. Like, okay, you're still single and you had a date, and you're opting to act like this as more and more women are opting not to date. What is wrong with these people? Like, in no way, shape, or form do these people come to social media and seem like they are happy people. Brapunzel says, you can't even spell espresso. She was right to not to want to go to Starbucks with you. I said, y'all are exhausting. Women are opting out of dating daily, and y'all's attitudes and behaviors are why. Jelly Beana says, why did being honest that Starbucks wasn't her thing disqualify her? Swiss Chocolate says, because men want you to do what they want to do to prove that you like them. And then Wandering Cry says, I like her. Give me her number. This is the reason why women would just rather go out with their friends. The next thing I'm about to show you is a video. It's about 3 minutes long. This man named Will Hitchens, he's a content creator. He puts a compilation together of this man talking about needing a relationship, but he can't get a relationship. And the way he starts talking about women, like he does, Will does a compilation of this dude. And I wished he would have let us know who this man is, because I would have totally gone to his page. But everything this dude says is like red pill incel jumped out of like Reddit and into a video. This is crazy. Go ahead and watch this.
There's something I have to say about me and romantic relationships.
Well, strap yourselves in. I hope you were prepared for this fiasco to become a trilogy piece.
The world really doesn't want me to have a girlfriend.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm gonna explain why.
Well, before you do, let's look back at your career highlights.
I think girls need to be re-enslaved. Girls are so stupid, they have no value outside of what values give them. Every thought they have is worthless. There is no girl I could bring into my situation that would make my life better. I'd have to train a girlfriend because she's too stupid biologically, so I'd have to train her to be efficient in any way. Just don't talk and do what I say. Because you have to cater to their retarded, weak genetics, and you have to cater to them to get their trust. Because she's too stupid to think of the things I say. You're dating a retard. Because they're biologically inferior. Your every thought is poisonous. You're fucking worthless psychologically and you're a retard. I want a slave contract. I refuse to date a girl unless it's that. I'm the god king among insects. What the fuck are they gonna do with their shit minds? It would take someone as stupid as a female to not see that as the gift that I'm giving.
And with that, let's find out why the world's to blame as to why you don't have a girlfriend.
Because if I get a girlfriend, which it would be if she follows the conditions,
I mean, obviously.
then it shatters everybody else's relationship.
Darn it, he's right.
It highlights how inefficient everybody else is.
This is why I choose to be single, because I don't wish to deprive any woman the potential opportunity of being your future girlfriend someday.
Because me and the girl would be fucking all the time.
No.
She'd be trained under my way of thinking. It would show the differences between my leadership and other people's leadership.
I mean, the leadership capabilities that you've managed to establish and express from no doubt your childhood bedroom is sure to astound and impress the lint that's probably found in your belly button.
And the world doesn't fucking want that. And the government especially doesn't want it.
Oh, so this goes all the way up to the elites pushing the globalist agenda. This could be in connection to why they're not releasing the Epstein files.
Because then everybody's gonna say, well, then why don't we just do it Alex's way? If Alex's way is fucking working.
Is it?
If he's able to develop these sustainable, deep bonds with people that other people can't do because they're too stupid.
Are you able to?
Why don't we just follow his blueprint?
Yeah, damn it, why don't we?
People really don't want me to have a girlfriend.
Of course they don't, sweetheart.
Because if I had a girl, every couple would look like dog shit by comparison.
An expression of gratitude to all the couples out there. You just don't know how lucky you've got it.
Because my leadership is way better than everybody else, because my mind is way better than everybody else.
I'm curious to know what feedback the world has provided you that's brought you to this conclusion.
So they would be very, very aggressively anti that. Even girls are anti it, even though they benefit from it.
Trust me, bro.
Girls, have no intelligence, have no backbone, so it's like they're not gonna be able to stand up to the fucking pressure at all.
Except when they stand up to you and decline participating in what sounds like a wonderful relationship arrangement with you.
The girls are always the ones that get scared. You just, when I go, all right, now we gotta do it. You gotta come move in or whatever, then that's when they get scared. I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with women, am I right?
It's just the girls that are fucking retarded, and the world absolutely doesn't want it to happen.
Well, dare I say, it is a jungle out there for single men when this is the type of competition that you're up against.
I'm the god king.
I will be nothing but inferior in comparison.
There's something I have to